Okay, we're on to shelf 6. I've decided to leave off the openings and outros from now on. It's just too much work, and I can get these out quicker if I leave them off, so here we go. First up, we have double feature, Clash of the Titans and Clash of the Titans. Honestly, I bought this for the original. The new one's okay, but I'm not a big fan. And we got Class of Nukem High. Great, it's trauma at its finest. Then Class of Nukem High 2, trauma not necessarily at its finest. Then we got Climax. This is that Gaspar Noé film. I haven't watched it yet. It could be okay. I don't know. And we got Clue, possibly the single greatest comedy movie ever made. Fight Me. That's what I believe. And we got Clockwork Orange. This is the anniversary edition that comes with the, the bookcase and everything. That's between that and Full Metal Jacket. They're my two favorite Kubrick films. I'm not a big Kubrick guy. And we got Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It's alright. Everyone's seen it. It is what it is. Then we got Cloverfield. This is just a slightly altered cover. It's just different color. Just something a bit different, right? And we got Citizen Kane, which is the single greatest movie ever made. And I honestly believe that. It's a beautiful film. And it deserves all the credit it gets. Next we have Clown. A really interesting take on the evil clown idea. And we got Codebreaker anime series, complete series. Pretty good little show, really. And we have Code Geass and Code Geass R2. So, the whole original run of the TV series. Great series. Even if you're not an anime fan, I would suggest picking that up. Then we have Code Geass Akito the Exiled. Actually, I haven't got around to watching this yet. It's like a side story, something in the same universe kind of thing. And we got the Coed and the Zombie Stripper. Okay, that didn't work. The Coed and the Zombie Stoner. Why the hell did I say stripper? I don't know. It's alright. And we got Sion Sono's Cold Fish. This movie is a masterpiece. And honestly, if you haven't seen it, you're doing yourself a disservice. Pick that up. Next, we got, this is just a custom cover, and this is for the collector and the collection. They're pretty good films. I like the collection quite a bit more than the collector, though. Now, The Colony. This one is actually really good. I went into this expecting pretty much nothing, but I ended up with a really fun, post-apocalyptic type, just good flick. Honestly, I would suggest it to just about anybody. Next, we have the H.P. Lovecraft's The Color Out of Space. This is, limited to 1,000 copies, obviously. This is also known as The Farm, or Die Farbe. It's a German film. Really nice adaptation of The Color Out of Space, honestly. Speaking of The Color Out of Space, The Color Out of Space. This is possibly the best modern Lovecraft adaptation. And that's saying something. Next, come here. We got Conjuring and Conjuring 2, just, again, custom case, just to keep them both together. We got Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Always had a soft spot for that movie. Really fun. And we have Conan, the Complete Collection. This is actually all three of the Conan movies. So Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Destroyer, and the remake of Conan the Barbarian, which I still haven't watched, but I own. So. And, Condemned. This was a pretty fun flick. It's just an interesting, all these people living in this condemned place, and it's kind of weird stuff going on. Good flick. Constantine, this is a custom cover, obviously. It's Constantine. Copycat. This is one nobody talks about. This is from, like, I guess, is it late 90s? Yeah, 95. This is like that late 90s, like, thriller bordering on horror boom. This was part of it. And it's a pretty good movie, honestly. Coraline. Anyone who's seen it knows it's creepy. Corpse Bride. I actually just picked this up for $2 the other day. Found it used. Good stuff. Corpse Party. This is a really good, solid adaptation of the Corpse Party series. And it's surprisingly gory. I really enjoyed that one. Next, we got Corpse Prison Part 1. I actually have to get to watching these, you know. But, you know, they're through the same company that put out Corpse Party, so, you know, could be good. And Corpse Prison Part 2. And honestly, more, like, hot Japanese chicks on covers I can definitely go for. Next, we have Cowboy Bebop, the complete series. If you haven't seen Cowboy Bebop, stop this video, go out, and see it right now. It is a goddamn masterpiece. I don't care if you're an anime fan or not. It's awesome. And we got The Craft. This is the German Blu-ray. I just couldn't be bothered waiting around for, like, the Scream Factor. I want to see if I can adjust camera a bit here. I just couldn't bother waiting for the Scream Factory, so I grabbed this for like $5. And, you know, it's got commentaries and everything, so it's cool. Crawl. This is just from the other year, about a year or so ago, and I loved it. You know, crocodiles in like a hurricane, how awesome is that? It's just, it's a great flick. And we got the Crazies, the remake of the Crazies. Pretty decent. Creepshow. It's Creepshow. You don't really need to say anything more about it. Crimson Peak. This is just, you know, the old Universal Blu-ray. Didn't pick up the Arrow one, even though I've heard it's gorgeous, but this looks fine the way it is. Critters Attack. Yeah, it is what it is. It's a Critters movie. The Crow Collection, obviously in a custom cover. This is the entire Crow series on blue. I've had to do a bit of messing around. Well, you'll see here. Look, Crow City of Angels. That's a UK Blu-ray. You flip over here, Crow Salvation, and there, Crow City of Angels again, and Wicked Prayer, because I couldn't find another, you know, a decent Wicked Prayer. Next, we have Crybaby, John Waters film, pretty good. Cub, this one's quite interesting. It's, you know, it's also known as Whelp, so you might see it under that title somewhere. Cujo, you can't go wrong with Cujo, Giant Killer Dog, great stuff. The Curse and The Curse 2, The Bite. First one's Color Out of Space. Second one is just something about snakes. Curse of Downers Grove. Actually, I haven't watched this one yet. I got it for like a couple of bucks. I don't know. I don't expect it to be great, but, you know, it could be okay. Curse of Lair, Onna. I actually enjoyed this one a lot more than most people did. And I think it's just due to the fact it was, I don't know, just something a little bit different. But I dug it. Cursed. Any movie that has a werewolf giving someone the finger, you kind of got to give respect to, but honestly, I would have liked to have seen the proper uncut version, you know, that Wes Craven originally did before the studios got involved. It would have been kind of neat. Defrag. It's a comedy anime. Good stuff. Daimajin Trilogy. If you are a kaiju fan, you owe it to yourself to find this release. It looks pretty good, honestly, all things considered. Next, we got Daredevil, the director's cut. It is what it is. Da Vinci Code. Dance in the Vampire Bund. That's an anime series. It's you know, lolly vampire. It's okay. Dante's Inferno animated flick. Good stuff. Dark Angel: The Ascent. I love this movie, but this cover is atrocious. They had perfectly serviceable, awesome poster art, and then they went with this. It was like, what the hell are you thinking? Dark City Director's Cut. That's an awesome movie. Highly underrated. The Dark Half. One of the better Stephen King adaptations, honestly. Dark Side of the Moon from Unearthed Classics. This is awesome. It's space horror, just kind of done right. A Dark Song. Really creepy, and very just odd. Good flick. I got this for $1. Dark Tower. It's not a good movie at all, but I kind of dig some of the references to other Stephen King work. And Dark Was the Night. This is a damn fun flick. It's got like a, you know, like a Wendigo type story. Really good stuff.